Hello, my name is Marcy Colvin. My husband and I have been members here at Trinity Lutheran Church since 1988. One of the reasons we chose Trinity is because of their servant heart and generosity. See, Trinity has been a longtime supporter of the ELCA World Hunger organization, so it's not surprising that our Trinity at 150 committee chose EPES, E-P-E-S, in Chile, which stands for Educación Popular en Salud, for our service project. Somewhat randomly, I was told, but God works in mysterious ways, and there is nothing random about this. Karen Anderson, the woman who started EPES, is the younger sister to a good friend of mine from Owatonna, Minnesota, my hometown. Another member of the board, Julie Strong, is a very dear, close, personal family friend. These two amazing women, friends since middle school in Owatonna, are anxious to share with us why they are so passionate about EPES and the people of Chile. Julie and her husband live in New Hampshire and is joining us via video. It is my pleasure to introduce you to my dear friend, Julie, as she tells us more about her love and enthusiasm for this program that provides direct services to empower and educate people in their lives. Hello, my dear friend.
Congratulations on Trinity Church's 150th anniversary, and thank you for including EPES as a recipient of your congregation's service mission. As a longtime family friend of Marcy Colvin and a longtime contributor and volunteer to EPES, Marcy asked me to share with you a few personal experiences I've had with EPES. I hope that one of these stories will resonate with you. Karen Anderson, originally from Trinity Lutheran Church in Owatonna, Minnesota, founded EPES, or Educación Popular en Salud, which means Popular Education in Health, almost 40 years ago. Karen and I have been church colleagues, dear friends, and fellow classmates. Somehow, God has kept us close to one another, although we oftentimes lived in different states, countries, or continents. EPES is one of a kind when it comes to describing nonprofit service organizations. It was created as a program of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Chile to promote health and dignity for the poor in Chile through empowerment, mobilization, and collective action. The list of EPES contributions and its impact on its communities is impressive. In April 2010, I arrived in Santiago, Chile about 7 weeks after Chile had suffered an 8.8 magnitude earthquake. In addition to the destruction and disruption of damaged buildings from the shaking and aftershocks, the coast of Chile was hit hard by a tsunami that even caused minor damage as far away as San Diego in Japan. It washed away low areas of villages, taking crops and cattle and contaminating water sources and cutting off access to food and transportation. It destroyed the homes of fishing families near the sea. Visiting one emergency camp while the government provided some initial building materials, EPE provided gas for cooking, windows and floors to protect families from the fast approaching winter, and a community center where people were able to bake bread together and come together for training sessions. Nearby in the EPES Center in Concepcion, EPES staff immediately sprang into action to provide 150 families from the neighborhood with water. I would say this is pretty typical for service organizations in emergencies: water, food, and shelter. But their approach, even in an emergency, is to involve the local community. However, that was not all. Providing emergency relief and material aid is only the first step of the community recovery process. EPES has a program of psychosocial health, which in one area that most service organizations never get to, the mental health of the survivors of natural disasters and trauma. Comfort for Kids, a program EPES adopted with support from Mercy Corps, is especially geared toward children. EPES provided support to over 1,000 children in the area to help them process the trauma of losing their homes, loved ones, and pets. I remember asking local merchants for donations of backpacks for children to provide art supplies, a cuddly stuffed animal, and some books. I wasn't terribly successful, but others were. The program of mental health had been adopted for other emergencies, such as large neighborhood fire affecting over 12,000 families in Valparaiso in 2014. And also in Puerto Rico, where EPES trains facilitators to implement the program after Hurricane Maria. This is only the tip of the iceberg of the work of EPES. I could talk about the 200 plus community workers from over 25 countries that have been trained through the EPES International School over the past 11 years. Or the community health promoters who have trained themselves and then trained hundreds of people during the pandemic to grow their own vegetable gardens, and who provided lunch during Chile's long COVID lockdowns. I love the mission of EPES because of the leadership and dedication to meet people wherever they are in their circumstances and actively use it to learn and collectively seek solutions. Thank you very much.